spawning in the upper left now in the red. He is for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, the best damn Protoss on planet Earth. It's herO. In the bottom right in the blue, taking one of the most incredible holds I've ever seen. Here's the shot part of Rebellion. It's Byun. I cannot get over. Like, Byun was, I think he took that fight down about 30 supply. Now, granted, it was not all, it was, I think, down about 20 army supply. But that army, he had no anti-air. He had nothing to deal with the Colossus outside of just an incredible concave, SCV pulls, and I cannot get. I don't know what it is. So Byun and Classic give us these epic late game slogs. Or Byun and herO, excuse me, give us these epic late game slogs. It happens almost every week in EBT Korea. I get a lot of practice casting epic Byun versus herO. It's a lot of fun. Byun and Classic, whenever they match up, they give us moments like that. Yeah, the entire series may not be as good, but they give us one or two moments that are just has my jaw on the floor. It ruins my voice for the rest of the night. I don't sleep. And you can see why I was excited about it. But Byun, he's going for a Macarax in game number 1. We got to talk about things just a little bit. In fact, it is only for one Reaper. Bunker behind the mineral line, and herO does not seem to be aware of this just yet. He's scouting for proxies, but he's not going to scout the Terran base. So this bunker should complete. Now, unfortunately for Byun, and he took the safe bunker position, he's not really in the spot. Ooh, does he get a probe? No, probe pull is going to be nice. herO saving private probe, saving Mr. Probius is going to be fine. Where's the wounded probe? Oh, there it ring around the rosy, but will not matter because Byun doesn't get the probe. Anyways, now he says, oh, well, here's a bunker. Now, ideally, you're going to want to put the bunker right next to the pylon, which you don't really do because then it's visible and it's a little harder. But ideally, you want to put it right next to the pylon because then the Reaper has range to the shield battery, and shield battery is what allows the Stalker to kill the bunker. So it's one of those, you go all over the place, and it's a good time. So, now herO with a bit of a counter proxy in this game. He says, oh, you committed to a Reaper and a barracks, or and a bunker, excuse me. And this was probably some level of a proxy Reaper. He doesn't have that for certain, but he probably. So looking to be a proxy target on the field. On the counter, Adept going to try to dive in and gets an SCV, delays the command center just a little bit longer, and shades out. And of course, Moon Age is a short enough map that he shades out pretty far away. So the Reaper is back home. Cyclone now active on the map is... Ew, this is interesting. I don't really know what to make about this. This is pretty cool. So, this Adept's still staying alive. Well done here, herO on this one. But the Marine should be able to deal with this. That being said, Orbital Command Center is going to be delayed just a little bit longer. I feel like herO should have just stuck on that with Cyclone returning home. But, oh, this is actually so cool. So, he's going to Chrono out Phoenix out of this, which gives him lifts on the tech units. And this is a 3-gate, right? 3-gate? No. This is a this is a 3-gate break coming in from here. Stalkers and Phoenix. And the goal is, of course, you lift the tech unit. So Marines are going to try to target this down. Stalkers run forward. They knock the Cyclone down, but that's a little bit flubbed there from herO. He committed with the Phoenix when the Stalkers were already running back. So it was kind of a problem. Whereas units were really not brought together. And now the tank gets the siege, which of course, you chrono out Phoenix, you can lift it, it's fine. But the Stalkers are not quite at the level that they would like to be. So now Phoenix on the high ground getting a good scout off this. Okay, there are 2 tanks now. As there we go, they're going to see one lift on one of these tanks. And now Stalkers run forward. A Stalker dies. I think actually 2 Stalkers died, but 1 tank falls. I think if herO didn't lose those 2 Stalkers, this would be a fantastic move. But considering herO did, it feels like this is running out of steam. Now he's going to... Oh, hey, he's going to be able... Actually doesn't have the lift. So the command center will complete. Unfortunate. Sorry there, herO. Nice try. But it feels like he's going to keep doing this as a bit of a contain. But, oh, hey, there we go. No, Cyclone, yeah, Cyclone's not going to go down, but does break the lock on. It feels like at this point, well, the contain from herO is not really all that great anymore. He's going to keep doing it, and he does have, of course, have a 3rd base he can take. But with more gateways on the way, It feels like Byun is broken out at this point, and he will be able to knock down the gateway. He will be able to knock down the pylon. Well, actually, yeah, there's enough here. There's a lot of Phoenix in the sky, but really nothing on the ground, and herO finds himself supply blocked. Rather problematically, because he did want to get an extra Phoenix out. He's only sitting on 4. He would like to go up to 5. But anyways, Phoenix in the main base. Oh, that's a free tank of Byun. Well, technically a free tank, but Byun's going to pull SCVs to repair. So while there's nothing to defend the tank, there's also enough repair to keep this one from going down. But he's going to get some Marines, and Marines, you cannot repair them. So they will, in fact, die. But charge is on the way. This is a 2-base Phoenix charge lot all in coming in from herO. And if Byun is active on the map as he is, this actually may be a bit of an anti-timing here for Byun. He's in a great spot, don't get me wrong. But if charge completes, right around the and charging these gateways, if hero's able to buy enough time for that one, this army is going to be fantastic at dealing with what Byun has. But the charge is not done, so that's just gonna be a couple dead zealots. Stalkers as well. We only have 4 Phoenix, by the way, so it's you would like 5. It's just kind of that magic number for a lot of these styles. But now Byun's saying, okay, I gotta run home here. I see Phoenix, or I see charge lots or zealots without charge out on the map. But charge is now done. Tanks are not going to get sieged up, and Phoenix are going to lift him because they say we're going to kill him anyways. Marines are distracted by, say, killing all the zealots on the ground. Byun with a hot pickup here, or not a hot pickup, with a hot wall. He's building, I want to say, actually barracks in his natural wall. Zealot's going to try to run forward. Tank is on the siege, but Stalkers, or excuse me, Phoenix can just lift that one up, take it out of the fight. We're going to see that, yeah, that one supply depot will fall, and now here come the zealots of herO. The first break did not work, but we're gonna have to see the second one does. Zealots on top of the bio. Tank gets lifted once again. There's really not a lot on the ground for Byun here without that tank. So the zealots, they got to find their way up on the high ground. More Marines, more Marauders piling out of everything, but Stim is not done. Combat shields are not done. Byun losing so much of his economy right now, but maybe he's going to be able to stabilize. I'm not really sure. More and more zealots are warping in behind this. Oh, I love this from herO. Dark Shrine as well, because he knows Byun is going to drop the Mule Hammer and half. And now Guardian Shield does get popped. The Marauders not doing anything. But Byun will not survive this hot pressure from herO. And herO takes game 1. In the upper left with a charged lot Phoenix all in. Really weird build. He is herO. In the upper right in the blue, folks, for the Shopify Rebellion, he's Byun. Ooh, he just missed it. herO just missed the scout. Now, I want to point out, by the way, what Byun has done. Oh, no, he scouts them on the backside. So, that proxy will get scouted out. But I want to talk about the mind games of this anyways, because it is really cool. Where Byun has said, yeah, okay, I Macaraxed a Proxy Reaper in game 1, and it did something. It killed a probe. It's fine. But game 2 with the same idea. He's going to build it on the other side of the map. So it's building this idea as the barracks will be significantly delayed. Byun building a barracks back at home. I think this barracks at this point may even just get canceled. I mean, the SCV can complete it, but it really is not much of a point. I mean, he's going to complete it, run it home, and maybe find some value later on, but the Reaper's going to be so delayed in classic. Oh no, second SCV. Second SCV! Okay. Barracks completes, but second SCV falls. Okay, though. herO, he's going to be able to scout this one out. He denies everything, and he says, oh, what is the perfect response to denying or delaying a Proxy Reaper play? We take the gold. All right, so Reaper in the main base, but there's an Adept here. I mean, again, this is so late that it doesn't really matter. But Zealot on the other side of the map, and I do like this decision from herO because he knows, okay, well, whatever you make, actually your factory is going to be pretty heavily delayed because I've delayed your barracks and whatever else you want to make. Again, it is delayed. So the barracks not running home, but the Zealot finds its way in the main base, and this is a fantastic scout at the very least. SCVs got to get pulled, so Byun does not lose some SCVs, and the shoe is now on the other foot. Or, yeah, it's on the other foot because this is, SCVs have feet. Or SCVs wear shoes, I guess, is now. Zealot's going to try to find some. Oh, he's going to get one trapped. He gets one SCV. He could have gotten another, but not quite the target fire. Okay, Oracle is going to be on the way behind this. Okay, nice job, herO. This Xel'Naga, by the way, and I know I talk about it every time that we get a Stargazer's map. This Xel'Naga tower is probably one of the most important Xel'Naga towers we had in a map in recent history. I mean, it provides so much control as the Reaper's not even going to find his way in the main. Now, Byun does scout that there is no natural nexus. Now, he does not know that whether this is taken or not, because you actually don't see the nexus if you take the Xel'Naga, as we can see right here. You can't see where the base is. You can just see a gas, and yeah. So, from that perspective, this Xel'Naga, it provides you vision on the high ground. It gives blink mobility, really, or it gives tank shelling mobility. So it is probably and it also denies drops. It's probably the most important or the most impactful Xel'Naga we've had on the map in a while. Is the Zealot or the Adepts? They're going to try to find their way forward, and Cyclone Lock-On says it's not going to get much, but Adept in the main base here will be able to delay a barracks coming down. herO is just in Byun's head. Well, also not in his head. He's also in Byun's base, and he's going to get a couple more SCVs. But now, herO's just going to dive on top of these Cyclones. One will fall. Second one falls as well, and yeah, he gets an Oracle, but 4 SCVs have died, and 2 Cyclones. That is a lot of perspective damage and defensive utility that herO has lost, or that herO has killed over the course of this game. And also, he knows where Byun's natural is. That's a really big deal. That's a good information for herO to know where he puts the pressure on, but also he knows that if he puts pressure on this position, it's going to be for a third. Doesn't have to build up to that all that much. So herO, he has the gold, fully mining out of it. He's going to actually mine both gases as well. His economy is booming. We can see it goes down for a moment because mules are a powerful drug, but mules are not everything. I say diamonds are forever, but mules are certainly not. As Oracles are going to try to dive in. Once again, it's only a couple Marines, but they're just dead. You need a lot more Marines than that one. Cyclone's here as well, and it's going to try to go kite things out, but herO says, oh, well, that's another Cyclone. That's mine. It's my precious, my one, my only. But Oracles do start falling, and actually a bit of mismicro there from herO. Definitely a bit of mismicro there from herO, but he does run back to Mineral Line, gets a couple more SCVs, and now herO, he's up 16 workers, and he's got the gold base, which is just, it's such a big deal. And herO, because of this, because really he is in a glut of income right now, he says, yeah, I'm going to keep building Oracles. That's fine. I'm trading my Oracles for your economy and your army. But now there's a missile turret done, and that is minimizes some amount of things. But actually, he's going to see there are not a lot of Marines here. He's building 3 at a time, Byun is, but again, not a lot of Marines. And triple Oracle, maybe if they were a little bit fuller, they'd be able to do more. But herO now into the main base kills off yet more. Byun does finally scout that there is a gold base, and that's going to make the man very sad. To make the man very sad indeed is well, he's going to say, yeah, herO, you've had this gold base for a while, haven't you? And the Oracles are going to find this drop. There we go. Byun's going to try to maybe get a low Oracle on the way out, but Oracle stays alive. Oracles, they're shifty things. If you're not really on top of them, they like to escape. So, dropping the main base here. herO does he have his tech ready? Charge is not done. Warping it is more and more and more zealous. There's a timing where this drop finds a lot of value because it is really just Oracles and slow zealots. But Oracles, they got 4 of them. They're a glass cannon, but 2 Oracles, they die immediately. And Byun's gonna say, yeah, I'll lose a couple Marines. I killed 2 Oracles. I think that is a grand total of 4 or 5 Oracles dead this game. Yeah, 5 Oracles dead. That's 800 gas. Well, more like, I guess, 750 gas right there. That is a lot of gas that herO has lost over the course of this game. So we're gonna have to see if that factors in, because while herO has this booming economy of minerals, his gas income is, it's standard. There's no rich gas base. And I don't know that herO's really going to be able to break into the natural all that easily. Like, that's we're into the third base, I guess. That's really the big deal. Because Byun is pretty untouchable in this position, especially with Blink not being done. And this is a charge lot all in. The charge lot Oracle all in coming out of herO. But if he cannot find his way up the ramp, there's really just about no point. So Byun really should just turtle behind a bunch of supply depots here, pull some SCVs to repair, and with tanks, I don't know that herO's going to really be able to bust up. I mean, he's got 1 Phoenix, and that's something. Is they're a good revelation. Oracles lose a little bit of their hull damage, but that's about it. Byun dropping on the low ground. Looks like he wants to go for a bit of a surround, but herO kind of realizing that, yeah, this is not going to work. So herO will retreat back home, keeping Byun on the high ground just a little bit longer, but Byun was not ready to move down anyways. Third base not done yet. And Byun, his upgrades, they're just a little bit faster. He's adding on his 4th and 5th barracks, and if the Classic Byun series has taught us anything, it says that Byun is incredible at winning games that he was far, far behind, at least on the Data C map, on map 3. So we're gonna have to see if he can pull a similar miracle. I'm not going to say a miracle, a similar comeback in this game, because we got to point out, while herO has been booming off of the gold for quite a while now, as the Oracles and the Phoenix are going to fly in, but this doesn't represent nearly as much threat. Not that now that Byun's army is decent. I mean, it's not big, but it is bigger. Well, again, this economy of herO has been booming, but all the low mineral patches are starting to mine up. 53 there, 158 there, 150 there. This is going to rapidly be a 3 mineral patch gold, and if Byun is just going to be able to sustain his way out of this, so yeah, you know, you've built yourself up for a little bit. Well, eventually, hero's going to run out of the gold. He's not going to be nearly mining as much, and then he's going to find himself in a situation where, yeah, he's got another base here, but with Byun's mules, Byun will be able to find his way back into this game. So Byun is just playing a game of time. It's maybe not the most exciting game to watch right now. Byun understands that so long as he's able to stay on 3 bases, probably he's going to 4th eventually, but as long as he's able to hold this position, get his upgrades up, get his ghost tech up, maybe go into Vikings. herO is actually a player that he likes to play Gateway Man style. Doesn't always go into heavy Colossus play, even as I've been talking about how good the Colossus play is, or going for Colossus, how often he does that. Well, we're going to have to see what he opts to go for. But there we go. Double Colossus are on the way to the Robo-Bay done. I do like this. We remember that fight from Byun versus Classic on game 3. Just because it's for Colossus and just because Byun does not have Vikings does not mean he does not hold that game. So, again, Byun, he's going to try to max out on 2-2 or get 170 supplies, something like that. Just really find the time where herO's army is less effective, right? It's a lot of Zealots right now. A decent upgrade, sure. But it's a lot of Zealots. It's some Archons. Zealots and Archons don't really do well against Widow Mines and EMBs and all things like that. So eventually this army of herO will become less effective as it becomes much more of a Gateway Man style army, or it still is a Gateway Man army, but as the game goes later, Gateway becomes less effective. And Byun's doing a great job just kind of turtling here, but herO also understands that trying to break Byun right now, he tried to do it once. He didn't even try, but he looked at it and said, I don't want that. We're going to back away. He understands that breaking Byun on this 3rd base situation is really hard. This is a rather small choke. Byun has a wall here. Widow Mine's in the backside. It's not going to happen. So instead, he has vision. Look at all these stage traps, by the way. There are so many Oracles on with 2 Oracles on the field. There are stage traps just all over the place. Byun finding his way out on this map is going to be damn hard. But also, it means the vision of herO. He sees the entire map. He's got the Zelnaga. He stage traps everywhere. He's going to see, okay, Byun moving forward. He wants to get a 4th base. And Byun on the slow push here. This really does feel TY-esque almost. I think back to TY versus Parting on Death Aura back in, I think it was season 2 of GSL in, 2020, where Parting found this big advantage. And TY, he was turtling on tanks instead of Widow Mine Ghosts, but same idea. Turtling on tanks and says, yeah, you just break yourself on me. That's a good time. Good EMPs there. Widow Mines as well. And Phoenix are not going to get too much done. But herO, he is on 4 bases. 4.5 bases. This gold base is really starting to mine out. But he is moving into the next level of his tech. He's moving into carriers, a fleet beacon as well. And that means that this army that Byun has been turtling to, it's not going to be all that great. You do need heavy Viking production to make something happen. But now here comes the army of herO. Disruptor shots are not really going to get much, but they get a lot of the Widow Mines. And now his Zealots, they're running forward, but EMPs are wonderful things. herO is kind of okay with this, actually. He doesn't want these Zealots, but we're going to have to see whether Byun can punish this, because herO's army supply does drop for a moment. And Byun does have superior upgrades until +2 just completed. Right now, even still, +2 armor is nice for Byun. It's going to mean he can sustain a little bit longer, but he doesn't know the composition of this army necessarily. And he knows he is far enough behind that he's not going to just try to dive on top of this one. So disruptor shots, again, Colossus, they're going to run forward once again. Byun loses a ghost, and he's going to lose a Widow Mine as well, I think. herO is doing such a good job of slow pushing this. Classic just tried to go for one big fight. Byun stems forward, but can't quite, he doesn't quite have enough there to knock a Colossus down. Good revelations here from herO as well. Classic just tried to run in there. He just tried to beat force to make something happen. Good EMP is on this army, though. Disruptor shot 1 is going to whiff. Disruptor shot 2 is on cooldown. I think there's only 1 here. Carriers are on the way. Byun, though, has been able to max out his upgrades. This is a fantastic time for him. So now he goes stimming on forward. Disruptor shot 1-2 goes off. The one on the left kind of doesn't really hit one on the right as well, but now the army of Byun is kind of disjointed. So Byun's not really going to be able to make the fight he wants. Not just yet, but now here we go. Liberator's going to siege up tanks as well. Zealots, they run forward, but into a bunch of death. Disruptor shots, it gets a tank. And that's another disruptor on the high ground. Byun, yeah, he's just going to snap that one on down. Here rotating on left side, looking to trade off his army efficiently for more supply of those carriers. But he's not really trading it efficiently just yet. In the last minute or so, Byun has been trading much better. 2K in the good for the Terran player. And while Liberators, or while Colossus are technically good against the Liberators, or they're better than Disruptors, I guess, the carriers have arrived. Byun is aware of this one. Liberators on the way, 4 at a time. Here come the Zealots once again. Here's the beef. Here's the meat of herO's army. Disruptor shots, they're actually not going to get a lot here. The concave for Byun is really nice. herO, how many disruptor or how many interceptors does he have? It's only 10. So actually not a lot of anti-air, but Marauders on the ground. They're knocking everything down. Here come more Zealots warping in. Marines on the backside. Only 1 interceptor. These carriers, they're just dead. Wait, Byun, he somehow, once again, he takes an incredible fight. But can he reinforce by the time interceptors arrive? herO's economy, it is still booming like hell. But Byun does have his 4th base up. He still has Liberators coming up 4 at a time. No Liberator range just yet, and there's no Fusion Core on the map necessarily. Disruptor shots are going to get a tank. I think a Marauder as well. But here comes the army of herO once again. He's really what he's waiting for. He's waiting probably for the next round of upgrades, for 3-3 on the ground, but really waiting for those interceptors to come back up. They represent so much damage, especially now that +2 or +1 is done. And it's going to be interesting to see how Byun deals with this. Mass Liberator, if you get up past, I think it's 7 Liberators, you can one-shot interceptors, but because of how they clump, it's really hard to do. So now Disruptor shots going to go forward, looking at Zone's army, Byun's army back just a little bit. Disruptors actually, they don't hit all that well, and most of Byun's army is sitting back. Stog's pulling forward, but they're just getting shredded here. That was not effective for herO in the slightest. And actually, Byun finds himself a little low on gas, but 3-3 is done here for Byun. herO is not quite there just yet. EMP is on this army once again. Good splits there from Byun. Again, the interceptors, they're all down. They're actually, there's not a lot here. Byun, though, he's forced to disengage again. Disruptors are going to be able to zone herO on back. And the army of Byun stims forward again. Not a lot of beef in these carriers right here. Oh, Disruptor's gonna whiff once again. Byun running forward. He targets them down. Disruptors fall. The balls are not getting what they need. But on the backside, that was 3 ghosts going down. And again, we got to point out Byun's gas income is paltry. It is small. But herO gotta mine out of this gold. He does have gas mining from it, but his minerals are just about done. So herO really is only up, really even less than 1 base on Byun at this point. So Byun has been able to stabilize. These carriers do not represent the threat that herO's really been looking for as the Stalkers going forward to get a Liberator, but a couple of them fall as well. Now the army of herO again going forward, but this defensive position from Byun is so damn good. Disruptor shot's just going to go wide. Look at the concave here from Byun. Disruptor, oh, that's going to be center mass though, but not quick enough. The carriers, again, they're out of oomph. Byun splitting there, loses a ghost, but the bio on the ground is powerful indeed. Zealots again, they're going to warp in. Byun, oh, he gets the warp prism, and now there's nothing here. The interceptors are all, not the interceptors, the disruptors are going to start to fall. Carriers as well. Byun forced back again. Disruptor shot knocks that one down. How does Byun do it? I don't even know. Now 6K in the good for the blue Terran player. herO, he has this 5th base, but Byun, he's going to be able to take a 5th base of his own, and look at all the yellow, the mule hammer that Byun has in this game. I mean, do I want to look at the income? Actually, it's not as high as I thought, but there we go. Cresting over 4,000 minerals a minute. Byun is now able to resupply much better. He's able to be active on the map again. He's bought himself a 40 army supply lead. He is held and held and held and held. He is bent, but he is not broken. And now herO's the one on the ropes. It feels like, yeah, the value of this army for herO is, in the gas at least, it eclipses Byun's. But the minerals, it's not quite the same. And the supply, again, it's a big problem. Not a lot, only 14 interceptors on the map. So Byun, he's going to continue to just wedge himself forward. Liberators are going to siege up. Disruptor shot's not going to get much of anything. I guess a couple units, sure. But Byun now, that's another warp in position, another aggressive position that herO has been removed. I want to point back to 5, 6, 7 minutes ago where herO had vision on 97% of the map. Okay, 90% of the map. Now herO's vision, herO's map control is so much lesser. I mean, he knows that this base is going to get taken, but the Liberators say, no. They got that one on lock. And again, this gold base from, I don't even know that Byun needs to kill this. Now, knocking out the gas is nice, but it's map control, sure. But I mean, really, you're not the benefit of the gold is gone. But okay, herO on the backside, he says, I want to make something happen. Getting a couple Marines, sure, that's nice. And herO has maxed his way out once again. And now life gets a little complicated really for both players, because Byun wants to get active on the map, wants to knock these bases down. But as he does so, he does not have a recall that, say, herO does. Disruptors on the backside. Byun targets them down. Well done from Byun. Stimming now forward. Interceptors are falling like flies. Byun, though, he can't chase too far forward. Into the choke there. Disruptors, they have been herO's saving grace in this game, as a couple probes died, I guess, yeah, on the bottom side base. Just the gas mining there. And here comes Byun through the middle of the map once again. Colossus there, just adding that extra DPS. I love the addition of the late game Colossus. They do better against Liberators. And this army that Byun has, I mean, we know he does not like Vikings. And also, there's no Lib range. He has not had the money to build a fusion core this game, so the Liberators are not nearly as oppressive as they might otherwise be. So again, herO's army, he's up a little bit in supply. He has 3/3 plus 2 air attack plus 3 air attack are on the way. Let's see whether herO can make... This push has not worked in the previous 3, 4, 5 attempts. But it looks like he has found inside track on the bottom base, which is actually an orbital. So this is a dead base. Byun is maybe going to try to collapse on top of it. No, he's going to go for Doom Drop other side. He says, yeah, you'll take a base. That's fine. My bases are fresher, actually, herO, and you don't have map control on the top side anymore, so that is 5 medevacs in this game. And Byun's just going to rely on Liberator defensive positioning for now. Actually, I don't think there are any ghosts in that army, so these disruptors are a whole lot harder to deal with. Stalkers pulling forward on top of the orbital here. Byun picks up, runs away. Meanwhile, the Doom Drop is in the main base. herO's going to have to deal with that, maybe. But for now, it's a bit of a base trade here. There we go. Half the army will get recalled in the main base, but Byun actually choosing to target a lot of this one down. Disruptors, they're falling, but Byun, he's got to pick up. Shield battery overcharge keeps things alive. 1 medevac falls, and now Stalkers on their side. Byun, you got to be very careful here. This may have been a mistake now from the Micro Jackson. This army is just dead. There's no saving it, and it did not get the value it needed, I don't think. Byun sacrificed a base for this. He lost 1 orbital. Another one had to get picked up. And now herO, he's on 5 bases. Now herO eventually can maybe take this base. He wants the long distance mine, and on 79 probes, that's a little bit more okay. So herO now on the other side of the map trying to knock down this, what do you want to call it? The 4th base? Yeah, that was the 4th base from Byun. But with Bio Liberator there, that's not really going to happen. Byun finally, though, he feels like he's got enough gas income at the very least to build a +1 air. He will be able to eventually build the Liberators to the point where they 2-shot Stalkers. It's going to make that a lot harder for herO to deal with. But for now, again, herO, he's going forward. It's so hard to run down these ramps. Multiple freedom zones make it just so hard, but herO says he's going to do it anyways. The EMP is on the army. The Archons, they just pop Byun looking for a concave, and herO's got to back the hell on up. But good disruptor shot. 4 Marauders will fall. Even still, herO's not really going to be able to punch through. He has, in the last minute or so, closed the mining gap, or the resources lost gap just a little bit. It was once 7K, it was once 8K, now it's 5. And with 4 Colossus on the field, Byun's got to build 4. He has to build Vikings now, and he's got them 4 on the way at a time, +1 air as well. How does he build the composition, really, is the question Byun's asking himself. How does he build a composition that wins this game? Zealot's bottom side, but Byun's going to be able to deal with that. But it's just a distraction, though. On the north side, Liberators still doing a great job, and they will be able to wall or keep Byun alive on that position as Zealots. They don't get a lot either. 5 SCVs fall, but that's not really a lot. Is on the north side. Colossus there. Stalkers there. Orbital is falling. herO, does he target it down? He does. Byun, his army rather overstimmed. Zealous coming from the bottom side here. herO on a bit of a surround. Is this the fight that he's been looking for this entire game? It looks like the answer is no, but it's the start of one, because Byun, his income is not good enough, and that's actually just going to do it. Byun taps out. Cannot hold on any more. herO, 2-0 lead. In the bottom left, in the red, he's up 2, playing a marathon. Second game, he is for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It's herO. On the north side of the map, in the blue, let's see if he can make a comeback happen. It's Byun. And herO with 2 maps to give before he has to really worry about it. He's going to go for a Max Pex build. Actually, no, this is more the classic version. So, herO got his first gateway at home. This is a second barrack, or a second gateway proxy, not a first one, which means it is reliant on Stalkers, not on the Zealots. Now, you build a couple Zealots anyways. But this is, yeah, really, actually, I don't even know if he's going to build Zealots. But this is all about the Stalkers that come on out. This is more about delaying the natural than it is about punching through the main. And, well, I guess, actually, the max specs build is about punching through the main anyways. But here we are probing the main base, gets a good scout on everything, and he says, oh, okay, there's a factory there. This is actually a bit of a problem for herO, because the entire point about this is to delay the natural on the low ground. And Byun is going for a build that has, for the most part, been lifted from TVT, where you go barracks, double gas, factory, and then you build your command center. You build it on the high ground. As that probe will fall eventually with the Reaper there, but this build, I mean, herO, it still represents pressure. Stalkers and Zealots, they knock down, they do damage to the supply depot, they force some SCVs to get pulled, maybe a Stalker kills some. But oh, this is a great scout for Byun. If there's at this point, if there's a game that Byun wins, it will be this one. Although, I mean, I'm still in awe of how much he was almost able to bring that game back in game number 2. But for now, SCVs have been pulled. Byun does not quite have what he needs, because he scouts this a little late. So, Reactor is what he went for after that, and that means eventually he's going to have enough Marines, but not quite right now. Bunker is on the way, but that's a bit of an unlucky SCV RNG. So the bunker should complete eventually. We're going to get a Cyclone out of here as well, and that is really when the hold happens in earnest. But for now, hero's looking for his pound of flesh, and actually with the Adepts arriving as well, he's actually... does he punch through there? Yeah, you know, he should be able to kill off the SCVs that are here on the low ground. Adepts getting good vision. Zealot, though, will eventually fall in the bunker with good range, but another SCV falls. Oh, and he punches through. Now the Adepts can shade into the main base, but not quite, because herO is... Oh, yeah, no, he's through. And that's 2 SCVs. No, or 2 Adepts. It's 3 SCVs. Wow, 3 Adepts to kill an SCV. There we go. This was a lot more damage than I thought herO was going to get. It felt like Byun, he knew about it. His build was in a good position to deal with it, but herO, with just tenacity, he found a lot more value than it felt like he should have been able to do. Now, his natural is delayed. Fine. But Byun is not getting a natural. Byun has a starport on the way. What's he building on his barracks? He's going to build tanks. He's going for a 1 base push. We're going to have to see if that is going to be the good punish, because remember, herO did commit a lot to this. This is a gateway on the other side of the map. It is not production at home. It is... Warp gate is now done, sure, but it's only going to be single gateway at home. So this 1 base push, it may have some opportunity in it for Byun to just run across the map, say, yeah, herO, you kind of committed across the map, good job. I'm just going to go kill you now. But Adept here is going to look to scout in once again, and Byun, yeah, he's not even going to bother to raise the ramp. He says, actually, I want you to shade in. And this timing from Byun, well, this 1 base push, it actually may work out really well, because here comes the army of herO. Byun has a wall. His first tank is going to be done in just a second. Medevac's done as well. And when the tank gets the siege up, that's going to be rather nice. 1 Adept will fall to start. And yeah, good luck getting up this ramp with this tank here. herO's going to try, but big shots on top of everything. And yeah, this is just not going to work. The Adept's looking for that high ground vision. herO has to cancel. herO, yeah, he's going to cancel this. It looks like Byun had, I guess, a tech lab on that factory, but now it's just going to be for the Medevac. With the Marines, Liberator on the way as well. Adept, again, they're going to keep Byun on 1 base. And this is actually kind of a problem, because again, Byun is on 1 base. I think he wanted to go for a big push onto the other side of the map, but he can't really get out of the main. Even though command center on the way, that's a problem, but there is nothing on the other side of the map. 7 Marines may represent a lot here, so we're going to see a total recall on just about everything, and now Byun's going to pick up, run over, say, please don't kill me, Stalker, please don't kill me. Byun loses everything. And I like the idea. Byun taps out. herO with the soul read. He made a build that I don't think should have worked. It worked out very well indeed. And now, herO's your champion, EPT Korea 132-30.